Ahoy there, hey there,
Ahoy,
ahoy,
hey.
hi there. It's the Candid Athletic Training Podcast.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
That's Chad.
And that's Kevin.
He said I'm Kevin. I'm all right. How are you?
We're good. It's Wednesday night.
A little early.
We moved this up an hour. Hopefully you can join us next time. I think we're going to try and do 7:30 on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're going to try. You know what?
Programming alert.
Programming alert. We will most likely be doing the podcast just a little bit earlier each Wednesday. You know, sometimes it's going to get pushed back. We apologize, but we're going to try to give you at least an hour window of like when we're going to do this shit. Hey, Megs. And we're going to try to do it earlier. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially our East Coast listeners, would prefer us to do a little bit earlier. Even here in Central Time Zone, 8:30 soon becomes 10 o'clock at night, and when you got to wake up pretty early, that's no fun.
No.
But
Family.
family.
You know, things change.
You know?
We're
Yeah.
athletic trainers. We adjust. You adjust. We're still going to give you the best show that we can.
Not gonna lie, you know, our schedule changes just like your schedule changes, and we're trying to adjust for our schedules as well. So, if you hate us for it, I hate you too. I'm just kidding. I love all of you. I love you very much. But thanks for being on the show tonight.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you for listening. We are the Candid Athletic Training guys. You can check us out at candidathletictraining.com. at Candid_ATC for all of our shenanigans that we partake in. Yeah, we're a show about athletic training. So let's start talking about candy again.
Still good.
Yeah, it's still they didn't harden up.
No, that's what she said.
That's what she feared.
Yeah.
So we got a fun show for you. I mean, we're definitely going to try to do we're going to bring a listener on.
Yeah, we just I was just texting Megan. We're going to try a new feature topic, something we have not done before. It's going to be a little surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to bring on one of our live stream members. If you want to, anybody can jump on this show. We'll bring you on. We'll get to know Megan for just a minute or so, and then we're going to try something new, something we've never done before, something you've not heard on any sports medicine podcast ever. I guarantee it.
I guarantee.
Because nobody is as weird as I am in coming up with weird shit. And so we're going to try it.
Nobody.
I think you'll like it. Speaking of liking things, who do you like?
Healthy Roster.
Yeah.
The official sponsor of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. They do have the best EMR in the world. And as we always say on this show, we couldn't do it without them. They are very kind to us. You were just nominated, or like you were the AT of the week, or what were you?
Yeah, I think
AT of the month?
I think that's what we're doing. I think each week they're recognizing a new athletic trainer, and so they had me on for an interview. Kevin couldn't join because he was having a kid.
Whatever.
It was going to be both of us.
Damn
kid. I don't know if you saw the interview. It was like a shorter interview.
I did.
You watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun because we just I got to tell our side of the story. Like, people don't know how we came into this. So,
yeah.
And during the show, we were talking about you. I'm like, he might be having a kid any minute now. And lo and behold, I didn't know you had already had the kid for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it was not factually accurate, but
yeah, I'm pretty happy we canceled the show that night because.
But yeah, it was cool. Thanks to Healthy Roster for recognizing the athletic trainers. I think that's really neat. They really genuinely care about the profession and making it better. So you should check them out and let them know that you heard about them through Candid Athletic Training.
Data best.
Yeah.
So, good friends over at Smart Tools. They have all of your instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization devices that you would ever need.
I'm so jealous that you can say that so easy.
And their latest and greatest BFR, Bluetooth-enabled. I think they're 4.0.
Version 4,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
4.0.
version 4. They're great. I have them right here in this lovely facility that is behind me. I do a lot of my rehabs using those Smart Tools BFR cuffs.
And how do they get a discount on that?
If they use the Candid 10.
Yeah.
Candid 10.
You didn't know
That's
what it was
is.
for a second.
I was going to say Smart Tools 10.
Yeah.
No. Candid 10.
Yeah.
Use promo code Candid 10 over at smarttoolsplus.com.
.com. Yeah. 10% off anything that you want to buy there.
I've been meaning to ask them, why the heck the plus?
Let's do that next time Ed comes on.
Where'd the plus come from?
Yeah, I think Ed's going to come on in a couple of weeks and talk about the version 4.0. So we'll ask him where they came up with the plus in the smarttoolsplus.com.
I'm going to strap a BFR cuff right to my arm and say, hey, let's get to work, Ed. All right, let's go.
Lastly, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus.
Hey, guys.
I was talking to a couple people this week about our show, what we're trying to do. And I was like, we've got this company that we work with, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. They give you the lowest rate on professional liability insurance. So if you need protection, which you do, you always should have protection, professional and personal liability insurance for as low as $179 for a full-time employed person, if you're a member of our show. You're not going to find a better rate than that.
Nope.
We actually talked to another company that does professional liability, and they're like, that's a great price.
I can't compete with that, guy.
Super excited to be working with them. I know we mentioned this in the last couple episodes. We've got a lot more coming down the pipeline. A lot more companies are looking to help us out, do what we want to do, which is provide value to you, the athletic trainers and the listeners. So keep listening to the show. You're going to want to become a member of the podcast in 2024. I guarantee it. We've got a lot of things going, a lot of companies we're working with that I think things are going to come together, and 2024 is going to be a really special year for us and hopefully for you. If you're listening and you join our show, we're going to be able to offer you a lot of stuff. So
what people might not know is that it's usually the fiscal end of the year for a lot of companies right now.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of companies have reached out and said, listen, we're budgeting being a part of Candid Athletic Training.
Yeah.
That's what we got to tell you.
That's a big one.
Companies want to be a part of this podcast.
I forgot about that.
And so
that's a big company.
Therefore, you want to be a part of this podcast because you're going to get the benefit of those companies.
Yeah. Megan, are you saying you watch the live stream and then you go back and listen to the audio? That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay. Do you have anything else?
I think she's saying because I'm eating and talking at the same time.
I know, but she's saying when she listens, her comment was, y'all eating and talking kills me. It's so confusing when you listen to the podcast.
Oh.
So you must be able to tell when we're eating in the audio form, but not
that, or it's like you can tell I'm over here.
Sometimes
I don't want to be chewing in the microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're athletic trainers. We multitask. That's what we do. So, fun show. Do you have anything else you want to do, or let's just do some shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
All right. When she had chokes. I've only done it a handful of times.
Or when she had chokes.
You know what? Let's do this.
You have choked a lot on this.
I want to start with our fat.
No.
Because I want to get it out of the way.
All right.
Because
we're not excited about this one, guys. We're not excited about it.
Yeah, it's not in our wheelhouse, but so what we've been doing recently is just looking up movies like that come out on the date that we record. We've done 237 episodes where it's kind of hard to be current all the time, and we've gone through a lot of the characters we've liked to go through. So we've been kind of going back in time a little bit and doing some older stuff.
Yeah.
So movies
if we
that
average it out, we got 1.5 kids apiece.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids.
So movies that came out on October 11th, and the best one with the most what would you say, notorietable? How would you say that? The most famous?
Notorietable.
I made that word up.
That's definitely made up.
Notoriety?
Notoriety.
The characters that were the most recognizable.
Oh, that's another way to say that.
Yeah.
Same sentence. Nice. I like it.
We're gonna do Romeo and Juliet.
Ah,
So that came out one of the.
Romeo.
How many Romeo and Juliet movies do you think there are?
Romeo.
Where fart?
Where fart art thou, Romeo?
Where fart those Romeos?
How many Romeo and Juliet movies have there been?
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I'm gonna guess 12. 12.
12 Romeo and Juliet movies ranked.
No way.
Did you see this before?
No.
Wow, that's really crazy.
I'm really good at guessing things, guys.
Number 12, Tromeo and Juliet, 1997. I don't know what Tromeo and Juliet is.
Oh, maybe they're talking about some parodies and stuff, too.
Let me know if you've seen any of these.
You got it.
Love is All There Is,
No.
1996.
No.
Romeo Must Die, 2000. I actually did see
No.
that one. Jet Li and Aaliyah.
No. That's Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet, 2013.
Wait. No, I didn't see that one. That's the one I did see. A long time ago.
Nomeo and Juliet, like
Nomeo.
the
Like
gnomes.
gnomes?
Yeah, gnomes. It's a version. Romeo and Juliet, 1936, the original, I believe that is. That's ranked 7.
I bet that's
Private
not the original.
Romeo, 2011.
Nope.
That's an adaptation. Warm Bodies, 2013.
Warm Bodies.
Yep.
Is that the zombie one? No?
Comedic zombie apocalypse, take on the tail.
I think I've seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, 1996, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's the one I've seen.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
That's the only one I've seen.
Number 3,
For sure.
Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, wait. No. That one. That's the one everybody's seen, right? No.
1998, Shakespeare in Love.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Number 2,
That's
Romeo and Juliet, 1968. And West Side Story, 1961. They're saying is a version.
West Side Story.
Is a
so
take
there's,
on that.
All right. So my 12 was not right because that's.
Well, it's a version of. Okay, so 11.
It is a version of a Romeo and Juliet
kinda-
style like movie, but it's not Romeo and Juliet.
The only one I really want to go out and see is Nomeo and Juliet.
Gnomios.
I want to go see the gnomes.
Gnomes are funny.
So we've got Romeo, we've got Juliet.
Yeah, walk us through what you think would be important to know about Romeo and Juliet.
Well,
When it
basically, I think
regards
they
to-
both would kind of suck.
Ah, shit.
So let's do
Really?
this. No, here we go. We put it up on our social media.
How?
So let's go to our social media real quick. We put up a vote earlier this week. We said who would make the better athletic trainer, and it was 54 to 46. So this was close.
Oh, I've definitely seen the Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Yeah, 54% of the listeners.
Oh yeah, Claire Danes.
54% said Juliet. 46% said Romeo. A couple comments. I think Juliet because she made an intricate plan to rectify her situation, but Romeo constantly acted quickly on impulse without thinking. That's SJJ.
Impulsive human.
Josh Dossie. I mean, they are both willing to sacrifice it all for their passions, but Juliet is willing to step out of her comfort zone.
Okay.
Nisi said, now this is a segment for me. And she's not even here. And Sam Riggs said, well, they weren't exactly great at self-care at the end of the day, so neither. Which is true. So do you want to just go?
Well,
let's just talk about it. So
they-
the synopsis. Synopsis?
Synapses.
The
Synapses.
synapses were not there.
No, there was no synapses, but the synopsis of the
Yeah.
of the movie.
So they
slash
fall in
play.
love, even though their families hate each other.
Yeah.
Romeo was in love with another chick. Then he went to this masquerade ball because his friends dragged him along. He fell in love with Juliet. Then they
Ooh.
realized that they shouldn't really like each other, but they do.
Oh.
Then they got to decide what's more important, love or their duty to their families.
Mm-hmm.
So they run off. They get married. Then one of Juliet's, I think, cousins,
Oh.
somebody in Juliet's side of the family,
Okay.
got mad that Romeo was at the party where they met,
Oh.
killed one of his friends, or
Wow.
one of his family members. So then Romeo snaps, kills him. Then he's got to go into hiding. Juliet's supposed to get married off to somebody else, but they had eloped. So she came up with a game plan to poison herself, make it look like she's dead, so she could run away with Romeo.
Yeah.
So she takes a sleeping agent. Romeo doesn't know that she took a sleeping agent, heard that she was dead, comes, finds out that, or believes that she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So he poisons himself.
Should have checked for the pulse.
He dies. He dies. She wakes up, finds him dead, and she doesn't want to live anymore. So she takes his knife and stabs herself. That's what I remember, or that's what I reread because
you remember a lot.
I had to reread it because I remember very little of this. So it sounds like Romeo is the impulsive one.
Yeah.
He's in love once, then he's in love twice, and then he's not wanting to fight, then he's fighting and killing, and then he's running away. So he doesn't really stick to much of anything.
No. But
he does follow his heart.
Follows his heart. He is, I guess, truthful with himself. He knows what he wants to do next in that very moment. Maybe doesn't really think his actions out very well.
No. He's not planning any rehabs.
No. I wonder if he
ever
took a CPR class and tried to revive his future
What's
bride.
the first step?
I mean, check.
A, B, C.
You know, let's just check the airway. You know, let's just see. Let's just see if there's any air going in and out of this person.
Yeah, because she took a sedative. She didn't.
Sedative.
She's still probably breathing.
Probably breathing.
Could you imagine that at 48?
And not only that, but has he ever? I mean, freaking hook up the AED and see what that thing says.
I didn't even think about that. Where were the AEDs?
Christ's sake.
What year did this take place, you think?
Well, apparently everywhere from
poor triage from Romeo.
1600 to 2018 or whatever the last one was.
What year was Romeo?
All right.
And Juliet. So, okay, I'm going to give him a bonus point here. 1597 was the year.
Ah, I said 1600.
What year was the AED
damn,
invented? Do we know what year?
Good,
what year was the AED?
19.
I think we did this on an episode.
57.
What year did the AED come out? Defibrillators, 1954.
Oh, I said 57.
You should be on The Price is Right tonight.
I would have went over on that one. That's for sure. $1.
So how 15? So how many years off were they? 300. He was only 300 years too soon.
Just 300.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give him a bonus point because he actually stabbed somebody and killed somebody.
Okay.
So as much as he didn't want to fight, he at least had a little hand-eye coordination and skill.
So you equate stabbing somebody as being able to tape an ankle.
He's not the clumsiest person in the world. I'll just say that.
Okay.
There's got to be something. At least you're holding the right end of the sword.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Pointy end away from you. Juliet.
Well, I got one more thing for Romeo.
Okay,
one more.
Sure. Go for it.
So he goes to this masquerade ball, right? And he's okay in costume, and he he was dragged to this thing.
Yeah.
So he's not looking for a good time.
No.
So he's not going out. He's not partying. He's like focused on what he's focused on. And if you can lock him in to athletic training as his love, maybe he's not going to be distracted because he doesn't want to do these other things, even though he ended up going.
Okay. You got it.
I mean, it's a weak point, but I'm trying to come up with something. I think this guy sucks.
These guys suck.
Juliet.
Okay. Yes.
She's a little selfish, but she stands for what she believes in.
Megan says he knows enough anatomy to kill a person. That's a good point. All right.
You're not an AT if you don't know how to party.
It's true.
So Juliet, she she was a little bitchy to her parents.
Oh.
She was standoffish. She's like, I don't want to get married. I know what I want. I want to be left alone. I'm 13. Let's not hook me up with anybody just yet.
I'm
a little young.
I need to focus on me.
Yeah.
And my career.
Ahead of her time. Ahead of her time.
I'm 13. I know what I want.
But at least she stood up for herself, where Romeo is just kind of like,
yeah,
whimsical.
I would agree with that one.
And like somebody said, she actually at least came up with a plan. Like, hey, how do we fix this shit?
She has a plan.
It didn't work out exactly the way you wanted it to.
Not the greatest one.
But at least she put something together, so she's trying a rehab plan.
She's a druggie. She likes the drugs. She has a hard time sleeping. And so that's why she takes this sleeping pill. To like put her to an endless sleep, only to confuse her love of her life.
She worked well with the friar. She at least so she could communicate with somebody else. Now the friar fell through on getting the word. I think the pigeon was busy that day, couldn't get it to Romeo, but she did her end of communicating.
Do you think
she also I think she had this duty versus love kind of debate.
Okay.
She ended up choosing love, but at least she thought about it for a second. She's like, I don't know if I should do this. I should kind of be good to my family.
I feel like both of them are a little too impulsive to be athletic trainers.
A little bit.
Like, the only thing that matters is the now and not the before or after. It's just about now, how I feel right now, what I want right now. The families aren't. They're like, hey, listen, we got a good thing going on over here.
Yeah.
You know?
How about this? Juliet finds out that her lover, husband, I don't know if they had been married or not, kills her family member. She's got to decide what's more important, the one that I love or my family, right? Uh-huh. She had already committed to Romeo, but then she stuck by him.
Oh.
So at least she's got that going for her.
So, does that possess the quality of a athletic trainer that like is capable of telling their family, no, I can't come to the barbecue.
Yeah, I think it does.
I have to go to practice.
Yes. I'm going to stay where I'm at. Yeah.
I got to sneeze.
Coming. Give it. Bless you. What do you got? Another one. Here it comes. Megan says Juliet failed because she didn't practice her EAP instead of just telling it to people.
That's true.
It is definitely true.
She didn't practice. She just went for it.
So.
Communication. Bad communicator.
Yeah, but Romeo was no better. So 54% of our live streamers said they thought Juliet would be better. I'm also going to go with Juliet. I don't know. I don't know how much more we can talk about this. I think they both would be subpar. But of the two, I think she is at least one that who is willing to put a little time and effort into maybe learning and growing.
Yes. Sorry. I got distracted by it. My wife was calling me.
She forgot we were recording early?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Tell her we're almost done.
I mean, and that's what I told her. I was like, hey, guess what? I'm going to be home early.
Call
you know what?
The wife. Tell her I'm on the way. Name the movie.
Call the wife. Tell her.
Mike, I got an erection.
Oh, yeah.
Call the wife.
Bad Boys 2.
Tell
2?
her I'm on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the third one?
Yes.
Pretty bad.
It's an average action movie where Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 were like
Best of the best.
that was awesome. That was just awesome. Bad Boys 3 is or Bad Boys for Life. It's an average action movie. What I will say is I'm going to vote for Juliet.
So it's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Even though she sucks at communication and he's way better at anatomy.
Yeah.
He's really good at the stabby, stab.
Yeah.
He's good at eye instrument assisted soft tissue mobilization because he mobilized a lot of stabbing. Oh, now my nose is running.
Sorry, buddy.
It sounds like I'm congested. I'm not really. I don't know what the hell made me sneeze.
Jalapeno. All right.
Maybe.
There was a fierce debate that I was not privy to. We're moving on to our friend or foe.
Friend or foe?
And this one's for our female athletic trainers primarily. Somebody on social media,
because I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. Oh, we
I
all
want to do it.
Yeah. So I saw this on social media, and I posted it. Apparently, there was a huge debate whether wearing leggings is professional or not professional. So we said friend or foe.
Friend or foe. Leggings.
Wearing leggings as an athletic trainer.
At work, right?
At work.
Okay.
At work.
At work.
At work, leggings. And there was a little bit of
fodder.
So let's go to it.
Do you have an initial opinion?
We have a new female athletic trainer that just started with us.
Yeah.
Our friend Allison Hocking, who was with the Milkmen.
Oh,
she just joined
nice.
our staff. I said, Allison,
Nice.
I got a question to ask you. Here's what we're thinking about doing, and what's your opinion? She said,
"This is not your opinion.
This is not mine."
Opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, "Foe."
Oh.
She thought it's not professional enough.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This is coming from Green Megan Ham.
Oh.
Megan Johnson, who is an athletic trainer, sports psychologist, master's level clinician. It looks like she's
Dr. Seuss
in Philadelphia.
And she loves Dr. Seuss.
So we put this up a little bit ago, 13 hours ago, and we've got over 200 votes on this. So this is a pretty good one.
You mean 200,000?
200,000. A lot of chit chat here. What do you think? What's your initial reaction? I won't give you the results of the poll yet.
My initial reaction is they are a foe in a professional setting.
Okay. 57% of the voters agree with you. 57% said foe. 43% said friend. Comments. My take on this doesn't make you any less of an athletic trainer. So this is Megan that brought up the topic.
No.
My take on this doesn't make you any less of an athletic trainer because you wear athleisure. We work an active job. I see no problem with comfy clothes. I personally wear scrubs almost every day unless it is a weekend or holiday or I ran out of clean clothes. Michelle Van Tessel said, personally, I don't like the feel of leggings on myself, so I very rarely wear them. I mostly wear black scrub pants, professional looking, multiple pockets, and comfortable.
Okay.
Reformed AT said, going to doctor's appointments, foe, otherwise, friend.
Wait, going to doctor's appointments.
So you shouldn't go to a doctor's appointment in leggings.
As an athletic trainer.
Yeah.
I disagree that there's a difference. Okay. Keep going.
Those were the comments that we had.
Yeah. I think you have to define what's professional versus whether or not you define whether or not leggings are okay in the workplace. I think most of us think in the athletic training world, scrubs would be fine, right?
Yeah.
Because I think there's an established status quo of nurses and honestly doctors wearing scrubs all the time. And I think there's a reason they wear scrubs. One, it identifies who they are. Two, they are...
That's a great point.
They absolutely just like scrubs are meant to get dirty, right? Like that's why they're all blue, they're all pink, they're all white, they're all whatever. Like it's just they're not meant to be. They're comfortable because they're usually loose and they easily fit, and you're like whatever. But they're not necessarily like form fitting. Usually, it's getting different lately with stretchy fabrics, in which I would venture to say some of these scrubs are turning into leggings.
Yeah.
But I don't think necessarily leggings, that your Lululemon leggings are necessarily appropriate to be worn in any professional setting. Here's the reason. They are meant to be athletic in, and they are also meant to be form-fitting and make you look good. I don't necessarily think anything about that is professional. I totally think it's fine to wear some leggings out to a restaurant. I think they've become the norm of how a lot of women dress, to not only dress down, but also dress up. But that's what they're for. They're not for work. And I don't think there's any reason to not bring up, for a lot of males, that would be distracting. And it's not the women's fault. It's just the fact that that's the way sexuality works. You shouldn't wear a mini skirt either.
Somebody, there were comments, and then it wasn't on our thread, but somewhere along the line, somebody said, "Look, you can't control what a guy does." And there's a huge comment, there's a huge debate about whose fault is it.
That's not
you
it.
said a lot of good things, Kevin.
That's totally not it.
It's
not whose fault it is. It's just the truth. Males, predominantly, not all the time, are attracted to females. And females wearing leggings, there's a lot to look at.
Looking nice.
I like when my wife wears leggings.
Yeah.
I really do. It's fun. It's great.
Good times for all.
It's good times for all.
You said a lot of good things. I think the one thing that you said that struck me the most was you said that scrubs are a unified symbol of what that person does. It's a uniform. And we talked about this way, way, way back 230 some episodes ago. One of the smaller problems that athletic training has, it's not the big one, is we don't have a uniform. Some people want it to be khakis and polos. Some people want it to be dress clothes. Some people want it to be scrubs. It's like you don't know what athletic trainer A from athletic trainer B from athletic trainer C is wearing. Like, there's a fire truck that just went by. Was it a fire truck? I didn't see it, but there's some sirens. Yeah. When I see a firefighter, I know a firefighter. I know what they wear. I know what they do. Correct. I see a police officer. When you're at a field and you're looking for the athletic trainer, they could be wearing anything.
Right. That
might be a small problem in the profession.
Yeah, but might be a game-changing problem in the profession. What if all, or mainly female athletic trainers, were wearing leggings and sweatshirts? Like, who's the random girl on the field? Especially now that everybody wears a goddamn fanny pack.
So I think this is an interesting topic.
It's definitely a faux.
It's a faux.
Yeah.
It's probably not the most professional thing you could wear.
I don't think you have to be. And that's the thing. It's like, define professionalism of what to wear as an athletic trainer.
Does it make you any less of your job? No. It doesn't make you any less talented at your job. So maybe it shouldn't matter.
Yes.
Can you still do the job?
Matter.
I don't know. Can you still do the job?
Can you do the job as an athletic trainer in leggings? Absolutely.
So then maybe it should be a non-issue.
Absolutely
I don't know.
not.
I don't know. I don't know the right answer.
Because you can also do the job as an athletic trainer in a full-on tuxedo.
And you could also do it at a nude beach.
You could.
Wait, we're not doing that either.
100%.
I'm going to be the first.
You would be.
No, I wouldn't. So if you're at a nude beach and you're a lifeguard, do you have to go full nude?
I don't think you
the
do.
The lifeguards don't?
I think they still get to wear the red shorts or the red, the red
Baywatch?
swimsuit. Yeah. Pretty sure.
Is that like on a scale of 0 to 100% confident, how are you in that answer?
80?
80% confident that the lifeguards are still, so they have a uniform.
On a nude beach? Yeah.
Maybe it's just body.
They're there
Maybe
for
it's
a
just
job.
body paint.
They're there for a job.
Okay.
I mean, what's so wrong with wearing scrubs or?
I would love for the profession to go to scrubs.
Here you go.
That's where I would love for it to go.
How about this?
Scrubs with some sort of if it was a collared scrub top or whatever. Yeah.
What do you think the equivalent of in the male world is to leggings?
The equivalent would be workout compression pants.
Right.
Which I just bought my first pair this last weekend.
Oh, wow.
And you've had them for a long time, and I've
way to go.
held off, and finally I went down to the outlet malls near us because I had some gift cards I had to use up, but they were going to kind of like go bad, whatever. Well, I had one gift card that was going to expire.
It was like getting moldy.
Well, no, I had like
like
a Visa card that the balance goes down. So I'm like, I'm going to use this.
So
and I had a couple other gift cards. I'm like, I'll just go down if I don't use it now. So I went down and I bought a couple compression workout pants. So that would be the equivalent. Would you wear that to work?
Hell no.
You wouldn't?
Not fully exposed.
The male camel toe.
Yeah. Nobody needs to see that.
It's super bad. Remember the line?
Yeah.
It's camel toe.
It's
camel tail.
Camel tails.
Ball, dick, ball. It's like a division sign.
But even like, all right. So is it professional for a male athletic trainer to wear basketball shorts at work?
To a practice or to a game? Again, there's so many variables to this profession. Like some people will say, if you're just covering a practice, go for it. Like I had the rule of thumb when I was at the traditional setting, and when you were, my first student, I was like, all right, Monday through Friday, let's wear khaki. And then on the weekend, I don't care what you wear. Saturday or Sunday, go ahead and wear some sweats. Because, our boss wanted khakis. The head athletic trainer said, we're going to uphold the standard, So again, the standards are inconsistent from, hi, Craig. Well, thanks for joining.
What up, Craig?
So the standards from school to school and setting to setting are so different. And I think that it might be a small problem with the profession. It's probably not even in the top 20 lists of, maybe it's in the top 20 lists of problems. It's not in the top 5 most glaring problems in the profession. But again, we have no sense of, we have a loose sense of identity as a profession.
All right. I wore shorts a lot especially when I was in the South. And then for the game, I wore my
khakis,
which, whatever, my new age stretchy khakis. I guess I would be very comfortable with somebody wearing leggings, like during like the grinded out work hours. You're just doing treatments, whatever. But you're on the field, I don't think you should be wearing like leggings or like during the game.
Should be a rule of thumb. If you cannot put a scissors in that, what's the minimum standard?
We need
gauze and gloves. If gauze and gloves don't fit in it,
you must have quit.
Okay.
I don't know. That just came in.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's just, is that the bare minimum? Gloves and gauze need to go in your pant.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, that's a good friend. I think that's a really good friend or foe. It's a really good discussion. So we're gonna move on. Do a FMK here.
Okay.
FMK. We're gonna do 3 different rehab exercises using a towel. I was walking through the.
Toe.
The
A
towel.
hot toe.
A hot towel.
Yeah, hot toe.
I was walking through the physical therapy department. I saw somebody using the towel as a rehab exercise. I love it. Now let's pick 3 and marry and kill them. So I went with lower extremity ones. Kevin, F1, marry 1, kill 1. Hamstring curls.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse lunges. And what would you call it? A single leg lateral slide.
Yeah, I mean lateral.
One leg
lunge,
on the
but-
ground, like a lateral what?
I mean, it's a lateral lunge, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I guess you're sliding that other foot out.
Yeah, when you're doing a lunge, you kind of your center of mass goes with the leg that goes out. I think
Yeah.
in this, you're probably not doing that.
Yeah, you're staying over. So what is that called?
Just called
Lateral
it
slide out.
Yeah, I call it lateral slide out. So
That's what she said.
slide out, never slide out, never.
FMK.
If you laterally slide out, you got
FMK.
problems.
Using a towel for ham curls, reverse lunges, lateral slides. God, I'm gonna marry the reverse lunge. I love them. I love doing reverse lunges with sliders, and so if I can accomplish that with a towel, maybe on a hardwood, maybe tile, maybe LVP laminate floor. I don't think it's going to work on rubber. I don't think it's going to work on turf.
No, I don't think any of these are going to work
But-
on those.
A good slippery surface. I'm falling in love with the reverse lunge, and I want it for the rest of my life. I think I get the hamstring, I get the whole posterior chain. I love me some reverse lunges. I think you can work in multiple forms of resistance. No, not resistance. Load. I should say load. Sandbags, kettlebells, dumbbells, maybe a little rotation of the upper body while you're doing a reverse lunge. I like it. I'm going to
Struggle bus.
F with the lateral slides because I do think those adductors, the groins, they need some loving every once in a while.
Groins need love.
We
Please-
don't
please,
we
baby,
don't
love my groin.
pay attention to those groins and those adductors enough. And I think if we did, we'd all be healthier humans. Doesn't need to be every day, but every once in a while, really, really pay attention to your groins. And then I got to kill some hamstring curls. Plain and simple. It's the last one left, and I'm getting some hamstring activation with the reverse lunge with the sliders or the towel slide.
Yeah, I was going to go in a way different direction, but you made the best argument. No, you made a really good argument. You have to marry the reverse lunge. It is the most well-rounded of these exercises.
Oh,
I think our live streamers disagree.
yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, but that's okay. Reverse lunge is, like you said, it's going to incorporate the most
Way to go, Megs.
bang for your buck. And you definitely want to bang the buck.
Oh,
You want to definitely get the most bang for your buck. Maximize value.
I like Megan's response.
What's that?
She's going to F the reverse lunge because you got to work that split leg movement. And then you got to marry the hamstring curls because it's 60-40 all day long.
What?
So I think it's a play on. You got to have at least a 60 to 40% ratio of strength.
Hamstrings
Well,
over quads?
Quads over hamstrings. I don't know. And that's what marriage is kind of like. Each person needs to at least say, I want to give them 60 of me.
Nobody's
40.
given more than 40 of themselves.
Let's give 60, and then we'll be even at the end of the day. because we're both thinking about each other more than ourselves.
You've been,
And then
you've been married.
Kill the lateral
You haven't
lunge.
been married long enough. I'm just kidding.
How long have you been married?
4
I think
years.
2 years longer than I have.
It'll be 4 years next week.
That's true. We are in the month of October.
I'm gonna have a hard time killing the lateral slides, but I think you have to. No, you don't. You killed the hamstring curls?
I did.
I'm also struggling with this decision.
I'm getting my hamstring work in that reverse lunge. If I'm
Yeah,
sliding,
but
if
at
I'm
the same
sliding that foot
thing,
back,
you're also getting your groin work in that too. Anytime you're doing single leg work, you're getting groin.
yeah, but not lateral groin work. Not like pushing it out. Not
Screw it.
not spreading it out real nice and wide.
I kind of agree with Craig. If it's not done correctly, it's not going to be as effective. So get rid of the lateral slides.
Oh.
Because if you don't do it great, it's going to be like kind of you're wasting your time. I think hamstring curls automatically put you in a good position, advantageous. And being in a good position is really key when effing. I have talked about how much I love the slide board for this particular exercise, so I cannot go away from doing this type of exercise on an unstable surface with a towel. So I'm going to F it. I'm going to F it because I think it's not as useful as the reverse lunge, but still muy bien.
I'm going to say, no matter how bad your form is, if you're effing it, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, even when it's bad, it's good. So,
what's next?
You know what? It's time to do our feature topic. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, this is going to be a first ever. We asked Megan, go back and
get that link, Megs.
Use that link that we sent you on the live stream, and you're going to join our podcast here. And let's see if we can do this. I know we always have problems with the audio when we bring somebody on, but we're going to try something new here.
It's usually because you have your audio off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
There she is. So Megan's joining us. And let's do this. Let's add her. Megan, are you there? Hi.
Yep, I'm here.
You can hear us.
Look at that.
You can hear us. We can hear you. That's great. There's no feedback. There's no problems with the audio. So Megan, you're on. Oh, who is that?
What?
Who is that?
Oh.
Hope?
Colt. C-O-L-T.
Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
Colt 45.
Or Colt 45. Yeah.
So Megan, where are you? Tell us where you're at. Tell us.
Yeah. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and right now I'm at home because I work in a federal contracted position. So I'm
Sounds important.
My role is Integrated Operational Support Specialist, which is a new role within the operational support team. Just a fancy way of essentially saying, instead of having embedded athletic trainers and physical therapists, our program is meant to take care of essentially all the other squadrons on base that don't have the fancy services like the PJs and the fighter pilots. So we're there for the maintainers, civil engineers, the weather squadron, all the other people on base.
Gotcha.
Nice. And how long have you been there?
I've been in Tucson since 2020, but I've been in my role since January.
Okay.
Cool.
So how did you hear about Candid Athletic Training?
I asked around online which podcasts athletic trainers were interested in, because at the time I was in Texas and I was driving an hour to work every day.
Yeah.
And Candid AT podcast was listed, and you guys are the most interesting out of all of them. I get pretty bored with the research. It just doesn't pique my interest, and I don't pay attention very much.
Strange.
Versus you guys where you're talking the real talk, like actually having conversations that I would want to hear about versus listening to research on the way home.
What's your favorite segment? What's your favorite weekly shenanigan?
I mean, the fact that it's called Shenanigans is pretty awesome. But
Fat FMK, friend or foe, top 5.
Usually, like FMK is probably the best one.
You're a dirty-minded individual. Yep. We love it.
Got it. We got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us. We're gonna try. Like I said, this is something new. We're gonna do a Mad Lib. We're gonna do an athletic training Mad Lib.
Oh, fun!
So, I've got a list of things here. Kevin's gonna do one, and you're gonna say. So I've got one story. And I'm going to say what we're going to fill in. Kevin's going to give me an answer. Then you're going to give me an answer. Then we'll go through Kevin's story, and then we'll go through your story, and we'll see how we play here, okay?
Okay.
So, first one. Kevin, day of the week.
Tuesday.
Megan.
Monday.
All right. Give me a number.
12.
4.
A body part.
Fibula.
Elbow.
And the people listening at home, hopefully you're doing this in your own head and follow along the story here. Give me a rehab exercise.
Plank.
Ooh, that's a good one. Shoulder row.
What was it? Shoulder row?
Yeah.
An animal.
Tiger.
Dang it, I was going to say that. Koala.
Oh, I like it.
I don't even know how to spell that. All right, good. Give me a sport.
Tennis.
Soccer.
Body part.
Glute.
Nose.
Type of injury.
Strain.
Dislocation.
Give me a state.
Wyoming.
Florida.
Give me a number.
72.
16.
The last thing you used in your ATR.
Trying to make sure. What is the last thing I used? Normatec.
My hands.
Favorite food.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Sushi.
Time of the day.
5 a.m.
7 p.m.
A number.
2.
It's a long Mad Lib.
I know this is actually we're only halfway through too. I made it a long one. Don't worry, it's a good one.
We're getting there.
100.
All right.
A body part.
Kneecap. Otherwise known as a patella.
It's okay.
Thumb.
Mm-hmm. Favorite mode of transportation.
Sports car.
Airplane.
Random healthcare profession.
Anesthesiologist.
Phlebotomist.
He's not going to be able to read that later.
Phlebotomist. Joint to the body.
Glenohumeral.
Subtalar.
Anatomical movement. Flexion, extension, yada, yada, yada. That's what I was going for.
Okay. Abduction.
Horizontal adduction.
Special test. We're almost there. I promise.
Anterior drawer.
Scour test.
Anatomical landmark.
Tibial tuberosity.
Damn it. Why do you keep stealing the ones that I'm going to say? Let's see. The sternoclavicular notch.
Sternoclavicular notch. Something in your kit.
The snacks count?
Snacks.
Snacks.
Dermabond.
Dermabond.
Blue.
Color.
Green.
Yellow.
We got 2 left. A leisure activity.
Laying in a hammock.
Drinking.
Ooh. I like your thoughts.
Drinking. A type of weather.
Fall.
I think I was going for like
Cloudy.
thank you.
How about brisk?
All right. We're done with that. Kevin, you want to read and then I give the answers or vice versa? Yeah, you should do this because you'll be able to read this. I'm going to just do Kevin's and then we're going to come back and do Megan's. Let's see how we did here on this Mad Lib.
It was a busy
Tuesday
afternoon, and the athletic training room was packed. There were
12
athletes waiting to be evaluated, and the AT was busy taping a
fibula.
In the other room, the athlete that was doing
A plank.
looked like a wounded
Tiger.
Suddenly, the
Tennis.
coach walked in and demanded to know when the athlete with the
Glute strain.
would be ready to go. I'm sorry. It's hotter than
Wyoming.
in here. Said nobody ever. I've been working for
72.
straight hours. We just got a shipment of
Normatex.
I need to put away, and I haven't had a chance to eat mine.
Peanut butter cups.
Practice is still at
5 a.m.
correct? Oh, about that. We moved it back
2.
minutes. Like it matters. During practice, things seemed to be going okay when all of a sudden an athlete tripped and landed on there.
Kneecap.
The AT got there.
Sports car.
Hustled over. As the AT pulled up, there was a random person talking to the injured athlete. Don't worry, I'm a
Anesthesiologist.
the injury evaluation was difficult as the athlete had good
Glenohumeral abduction.
That's good, but a positive
Anterior drawer.
and was tender over the
Tibial tuberosity.
after getting the athlete to the sideline. The AT grabbed a
Snacks.
out of their kit and a glass of
Green.
sports drink and handed it to the athlete. The rest of the practice, the AT spent
Laying in a hammock.
and enjoying the
Brisk.
just a typical day in the land of an athletic trainer.
Very good, Kevin.
All right,
We're going to do Megan's.
Megan, here we go. It was a busy
Monday.
afternoon, and the athletic training room was packed. There were
4.
athletes waiting to be evaluated, and the AT was busy taping a.
Elbow.
In the other room, the athlete that was doing
Shoulder roll.
looked like a wounded.
Koala.
Suddenly, the
Soccer.
coach walked into the room and demanded to know when the athlete with the
Nose dislocation.
would be ready to go. I'm sorry. It's hotter than
Florida.
in here. I've been working for
16.
straight hours. We just got a shipment of.
My hands.
I need to put away, and I haven't had a chance to eat my
Sushi.
practice is still at
7 p.m.
correct. Oh, about that. We moved it back
100.
minutes. During practice, things seemed to be going okay when all of a sudden an athlete tripped and landed on there.
Thumb.
The AT got in there
Airplane.
and hustled over there. As the athlete as the AT pulled up, there was a random person talking to the injured athlete. Don't worry, I'm a
phlebotomist.
The injury evaluation was difficult, as the athlete had good
subtalar horizontal adduction,
but a positive
scour,
and was tender over the
sternoclavicular notch.
After getting the athlete to the sideline, the AT grabbed a
Dermabond
out of their kit and a glass of
yellow
sports drink and handed it to the athlete. The rest of practice, the AT spent
drinking
and enjoying the
Quality.
just a typical day in the land of training. That was good, buddy. That was good. I like that.
Well done to you both. I know that was long.
That was
It's
fantastic.
not what she said. Don't worry. Well, thanks for doing that, Megan. We appreciate it. We just
That was really cool.
try something different a little bit. Like you said, we don't want to sound too stuffy on this show.
Heck no.
So we try and take things the other way. Have a little fun at what we do. But it's because of people like you that we can do this. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate that you come on most weeks, the live stream, and listen, follow. So thanks to you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, take care.
Bye, Colt.
Thanks.
Well, that was neat. Something different.
Good job, man. That was a good one.
We'll do another one. It'll take me a while,
Okay.
but we'll come up with something like that.
Yeah.
So thanks to Megan for jumping on. Thanks to Craig for jumping on. Thanks to our friends over at Healthy Roster.
Yeah.
The official
the
sponsor.
bestest of friends.
Yeah, we're excited. They actually have some really neat stuff coming too, which reminds me I got to tell you something after the show.
You got it.
But thanks to Healthy Roster. Check them out, www.healthyroster.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thanks to Smart Tools, 10% off using the code Candid10. I almost did what you did at the beginning of the show. And then thanks to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, where you can get the lowest price on professional and personal liability insurance if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. So thanks for jumping on early with us. We're going to try this again next week.
Yeah, for sure. Expect us to be a little bit earlier most weeks. Every once in a while,
there's gonna be one. There's gonna be one a month probably that we have to go back to 8:30. But otherwise, we're gonna try the 7:30 time slot.
Yeah, we'll try to let you know like the day of, maybe even a couple days before, whatever it is. Check the socials at Candid_ATC. You'll get to know whether or not we're maybe on at 7:30, maybe 8:30. We're just trying to adapt in our own schedules and just make sure that we get as many people on this live podcast as possible, because that's what makes it a lot more fun. If you were listening to this later in the week, next week, you heard Megan come onto the podcast. If you're interested in coming onto the live podcast, just go over to our YouTube channel. You can click that link at any time, and you can join whenever you want. Go over to candidathletictraining.com. Get yourself a membership to take advantage of all those promo codes and extras that we can give you. And definitely for some of the things that are coming up. 2024, as Chad said, is going to be a fun year. And unfortunately, it is right around the corner. Do not blink. It will be 2024. So, all right. Everybody have a great night, including the guy that just walked by with his dog. And we will see you later.
Take care, all.
Bye.